I would have crowned the city as mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back. What I'm saying, top 3, I'm not number 1, how could you post that? I would have crowned the city as mine, you cannot hold that. I'm not the one to go at. Meet Joe Black. What I'm saying, people saying what's already been said. Predictions, I don't listen, it's already in my head, no funny. Your most hungry place, I was past that in 28. Underground tapes, as my ass cap in publishing states. As we slide in the G-Ride, I've been getting criticized, it's keeping me energized. Create with a business mind, I'm from where killers reside.
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Cameron Batson now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken it. Gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Let's go.
Now Patterson to start the drive. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. This defense for the Bengals, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. The coaches always said, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
They'll run with Patterson. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Ready up. Ultra.
They'll try and run for him. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, he's got him in. Complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
From his end zone, Wilson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Hey, we got to go score.
He'll throw from the gun. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got him in, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow, first down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to... It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, 82 yards. And the Falcons are able to move back in front. Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From his end zone, Wilson. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see. Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him. Right back to him on first down. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And it's intercepted. Picked up by Von Bell. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's going to be caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll give it to Mixon. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
On 2nd and goal, Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are an extra point away from taking the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here, a long way to go. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. They'll try and throw for it here. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
Here we go, here we go. 12. 11.
1st down. Here's Burrow. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw left side, there's London. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. He'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
On second down, a run with Patterson. And this will be a Falcons first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's across the 45. It'll be second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Straight ahead, Patterson. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Daxton Hill. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright, and that'll keep this a 1-point game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Johnson goes in motion left.
11.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's eye view of that throw. That was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
2nd and 4. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They're going to look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson from 8 yards out, and the Falcons have come back to make it a 2-point game. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good, and this is now a 1-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From his end zone, Wilson. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Falcons are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Patterson. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now here's Bradley Pinion now. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From midfield now, Burrow. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another big play here as they strike for 31. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
11. Gotta go.
Now it's Burrow. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
He was solid on the field goal, but not as solid on the kickoff there, and that'll put him at the 40-yard line to start this drive. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Looking deep downfield. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the third time. And some space here. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for Bengals TD. Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick six.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. From his end zone, Wilson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
11 MP, pace. 11. 12. 11. 12.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
11 MT, 11 MT. 11, 11,
The man
11,
in motion left here, Johnson.
11 Thomas. 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Johnson goes in motion left.
12, 12, 12.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Now the Falcons will bring the offense back out, and they'll go for 2. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From his end zone, Wilson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going.
11, 11.
After the pick 6, here's Burrow again. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
11, 11, 11.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. He finds some open field here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force them to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the first down and get a fresh set.
Huge 4th down conversion. He'll get this down to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Trying to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get high.
That's to the speedster Olamide Zaccheaus. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. Patterson. He'll take it inside the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From his end zone, Wilson. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. 11 empty.
Back to Mixon on 1st down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 11 Thomas. 11.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's the tight end Hurst with it. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And they go play action now. Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
11, empty, take.
Now Burrow on first down. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. 2nd down coming up.
Twelve.
Burrow looking to pass. And the catch made by Johnson. Touchdown Bengals. Tyron Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need to find Cordero Patterson, the 40, past the 20, touchdown Falcons. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter, and don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just 1 score. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From his end zone, Wilson. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11.
They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
From the 41, Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. From the gun to give to Mixon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. Now Burrow. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talk about that's exactly how they drew it up? Because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellas up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
11 mighty.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Once again, they run with Mixon. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down.
11 MT, take.
Now it's Burrow. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5.
Here we go. 12. 11.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Falcons are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And he'll be out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He's got Ferkser. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught at the 25. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 58 yards.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
He'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. 4 seconds to go. This would send us to overtime. And this one is no good. He missed it. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Pressure kick, and I thought he was going to hit it. I thought we were destined for overtime, but not the case.
Not at all. And They were already planning for the overtime you just mentioned, already saying, okay, what are we going to do if we get the ball? What happens on defense? Instead of that celebration and that little...
And now here is another interception. And the Falcons come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope that the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, and you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation, you want to loft it up and hope one of your guys can win in the air. This time, though, it was the defender who got up there, and that was the end of the ball game. Close one throughout. One team just had a little bit more at the end than the other.
So for the Bengals, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Fool from all of the base. My ace boom goon, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style on elevators could never fade.